Good morning, everyone. How is everyone today? Welcome to my Let's Caffeinate and Create session on Sunday, December 8th, 2024. And I am bringing all kinds of current product from the annual catalog, and I'm really excited about sharing with you. Let me find myself on Facebook so I can share over to my, whatcha-jiggy, my group. Let's see, I'll share to my group. Where are we? Here we are. Weird. All right, so everybody should be seeing what's going on here. Welcome and good morning. Hey, Marva, I'm so glad you're home and hopefully doing well. I know that it's a struggle when you have to go through some of those things, but no, I've been thinking of you. I need your new address. I don't know if I got that from you, so could you private message me your address? I would love to be able to send you a Christmas card and, you know, just share some love. So please private message me your address. And also let me know if you want a catalog. I got to place an order for those as well. So many of you know that I'm so in love with this new concept of Let's Caffeinate and Create. I don't know if you saw, I shared is it the Pantone? Oh, my nose is gonna run. Let me get a little tissue, sorry. Where are we at? I don't think I have any in here. I run out in the other room and I steal them from my craft room. I know I have a little pack somewhere, but we're not going to try and figure out where they are at the moment. So, so anyway, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for catching me here live. Sorry, I know that's really gross. For catching me here live and catching the replay. And I'm going to share this over to YouTube within the next 24 hours, probably tonight while I'm watching Yellowstone. Can't believe there's only, what, 2 more episodes? Maybe 3? I think only 2. I can't remember, but wow, it's intense if you like the show. So a little morning message to you. Smile. Say cheese. This morning we got Tim Hortons coffee going on with some sweet cream. All right, today we're going to feature the Layering Leaves. It's Rachel Tessman's $1 Million Sales Achievement Stamp Set. And she happened to coordinate it with this awesome Leaf Bough Punch. I think that's what it's called. I need to get all my stuff labeled. I'm a little laxed lately. It's really sad. Actually, it's probably needed, but I'm also going to incorporate the Translucent Floral Dies where you can build flowers. I am replicating a card that we received when Brett was sick with cancer. Thank you. Okay, good. I'll put you on my list. I'll get those ordered probably this week. So this card is pretty, it's very sentimental, obviously, because we received it while Brett was sick. And I want to replicate it because it's very all occasion, kind of subtle. It's beautiful, elegant, but the message inside, and I'm going to share it. So hopefully, I know that some of them, I think that, so it came from Kenny and Stacy Ferenz, and I can't tell you what year it was, but their sons, twins, Ethan and Nathan, had signed it, and there was a little PS message in here, and I won't share everything, but this is the front of the card. Isn't that gorgeous? It's got a beautiful floral layered image, leaves, stems, just all this amazing goodness. And I tried to pull colors that replicate what this card is, because this is a, bear with me, let me read what it says. P.S. Tell Mary Jo that we are sorry it is a store-bought card. It's all good. I just found inspiration when I came across it cleaning up some stuff in the room. I will cherish this card forever, but it was a get better, feel better card to Brett, and just sending us a lot of love during that time. So I'm so glad that I came across it. All right, so we're going to get started. There's going to be some die cutting, punching, all kinds of fun. I also am incorporating the Frames and Floral Designer Series paper, 12 by 12 specialty designer series paper. It has all those beautiful die cut images, so I might even find something else to incorporate that is a die cut image. Colors: Early Espresso, Garden Green, Granny Apple Green, Lost Lagoon, Old Olive, Petal Pink, Pretty Peacock, Pumpkin Pie, Shaded Spruce, and Soft Seafoam. I'm only going to make one card this morning because I really am hoping my niece, some of you may not know, I had a stepsister. She passed when I was 18 years old and she was 36, and she left behind 3 beautiful, beautiful girls. And Lisa and I are very close in age, and she may cringe with me saying that, but okay, she's somewhat younger than me, but anyway, she has been in my life, and she came to Brett and my wedding. She was at the funeral. She's just always just been a blessing in my life, and I have the opportunity to see her today, so I don't want to miss out on that. So I'm just going to create one card replicating this design and hope that I don't miss her messaging me. So Lisa, if you're out there listening, just hold on tight. I'll be done soon, because I really can't wait to see her. We're going to go have some coffee and just really catch up. So she's passing through. She went to Sparkle. I can't wait to hear how she enjoyed it. So let's get crafting so I can hopefully catch up with her today as well. We've got the Pretty Peacock and, well, Petal Pink and Pretty Peacock foiled gems with the gold flecks in it. And I'm also pulling in the Pretty Peacock and gold metallic ribbon, and that's this ribbon here. So beautiful. So I'm going to get you pointed down, and we're going to do some creating. We're going to make a birthday card, because I need to send out a few. I have a ton behind me in my little rack. Let's get you zoomed in so you're not seeing all the clutter. I don't know how zoomed in I am. That might be sufficient. Let's see. Yeah, I think that gives us plenty of room. All right, a lot of stuff going on in my craft room. I don't joke when I say that my room is a little messy. It's all good though, right? I've got vellum colors that I pulled out to mimic the colors in that card, and we are going to start playing. And I thought, how wonderful, So Happy to Celebrate You would be great for a birthday card. There's not an actual happy birthday in here, which is fine, but there's a lot of different things that we can send love and kindness and just little happy notes to people. So I thought this would be a great sentiment for a birthday card. So we're going to use that with the all these other goodies. So let's kind of do some. I've got white for the inside. I've got and I might actually try and mimic this completely. There is these layers, and I don't know how that's going to go. Actually, I think it's more so of a lighter weight paper, and I don't think that's going to work with basic white. But let's see what we can do with the paper we have. I have scraps of Petal Pink, Pretty Peacock, and then I have my other pieces here to kind of coordinate and do some fun stuff with this sample that I'm pulling creativity from. I have Soft Seafoam ink as well as Lost Lagoon. And I think what I want to do, I'm going to pull all of this out. I may regret it because of all the die cut images, but we'll be fine. And I believe my card base is going to be the Soft Seafoam. Very close match to this. A little different shade, but that's okay. I'm copying a store-bought card. It's okay. We're going to make it Stampin' Up style. All right, so we have these beautiful papers. Obviously, if I'm going to do some subtleness, we're going to use some of these textured kind of calm, what am I trying to say? More solid colors. So this is another sheet of die cuts. It's white on the back, but these are little die cuts that you can use. Taking another walk through this paper, and actually my ephemera is in a, I think I know right where it is. It's all in, and maybe I won't even use it. It's all in another little thing, so I wasn't going to lose anything. So that's the designer series paper. Let's now go to our card base. Our card base is 5.5 by 8.5, and we're gonna score it at 4 1/4. And the card obviously that I received was, I mean, you could totally do this if you had, it's 6 by 6. So it's a 12 by 12 piece of paper scored at 6. If you wanted to make it and create your own envelope, you could totally do that. I am going to create a score line in this because I just want that really crisp. So I'm going to score this at 4 1/4. Crisp fold. And we always pull the mountainside towards us when we're doing our fold so we don't get any extra peaks and valleys that can happen when you fold it the other way. Okay, so we have our card base. And with that, we are going to, I think I want to try and do some solids and some vellum. So we're going to take our vellum. I have some little pieces of scrap here that I can use. This is from a calendar set that can come from, supply items for demonstrators. There are things that we can get our hands on that non-demonstrators don't get the opportunity to. So this is actually a weekly calendar thing that you can, let me show you a full sheet, and it's got different designs on it. But you can put this on your desk, you can pull a sheet, and it's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, place to put notes, but it's a whole pad of these calendar pages. So you can keep one close to you with your schedule for the week. Obviously, I'm using it right now as a background for doing some blending because I cut some apart to make a junk journal. All right, looks like I need to get this re-inked, but we're just going to add some color to our vellum, and it's going to be very faint. Maybe I need to re-ink it now. Because what I want to do is punch some of these, or die cut some of these out. It's really hard to see because soft seafoam is such a very delicate, light color in the subtles family. But the flower on this card base definitely has hints of the lighter green. We are going to keep this ink pad out and re-ink it. Actually, I think that's the one ink re-inker I don't have, so maybe that explains a lot. I better put that in my cart. I don't like to buy an ink pad without getting a re-inker the same time I buy the ink pad, because the configuration of ink could be completely different. So as you see, it's very subtle, but there is that hint of, if I could really, there's a hint of green on there compared to the white. You can kind of see it there. So we just added some ink to our vellum, and along with our vellum, I want to pull in some of that white that I just had, and, oh, it's right here. I'm going to cut a piece from this because it's going to be the inside of my card, inside layer. I always like to have an inside layer to my card, so we're going to cut that down to 4 by 5 1/4. And then the remaining piece of that, I can go ahead and add some ink to. And even if I end up needing part of this for my sentiment, because I am adding a sentiment, even though the other card does not have that, I want a sentiment on my card. So again, I'm going to pull this in so you can see where I'm finding my inspiration. Hi, Julie. You'll be in and out. Okay. Good morning, Lori. So this is a store-bought card, and you'll have to catch the beginning if you didn't hear my story. But there's a cute little message inside of people apologizing for it being a store-bought card. But it's okay. Not everybody creates cards. It's the thoughtfulness that counts. And look at the inspiration they're bringing to my life with this card, right? It's amazing when you can pull inspiration from so many different places. And I'm just adding a subtle touch, because I don't have a lot of ink in this ink pad, of soft seafoam to both a piece of vellum as well as a piece of basic white. Okay, I think that's super. It's got some shading of my of whites in there. So we've got the soft sea foam, so we've got those pieces. And let's go ahead and I think, so we're gonna need to do some die cutting. Now, obviously my flower is not gonna be that big. However, I'm gonna need we'll save the stamps for a little bit. I'm gonna need this flower to build. And again, this is the Translucent Florals. And it is item number 162252. Boy, I'm shaky this morning. Better take another sip of coffee. It might be withdrawal. Caffeine withdrawal, just so we have that straight. Okay, let's pull these out. We even have bigger leaves we can incorporate, which is good when it comes to die cutting other things. All right, so we want our mini, which I have handy right here. This is our mini Boss. It's a mini stamp cut and emboss machine. Got my plates handy. Just need to get them out of here. I think I have them set the wrong way. Not easily able to grab them. Now I like to use base plate 3. When you are using your plates, base plate 1 is recommended for die cutting. It's a little thicker than 3. 3 is used for embossing, but I like to use it as a base plate because the thinness, I don't have to finagle layering these a certain way so it feeds through, because I struggle with that a little bit. And a lot of it comes from my plates warping from getting a lot of love. I will need to trim this down because this is 3.5 inches, I believe, by 6. I could be mistaken. I'm going to cut this down to 3/4. And it's already got what I need. And I'm going to just go ahead and put all of those floral images, and then I'll figure out what I'm going to use where on this piece. There's no need to use any, I'm not trying to frame a lined image, so there's no need for me to worry about how those get laid down there. Keep that scrap in case I need it. Grab my top plate, which I know I just had in my hand. Maybe I didn't. Okay, you guys probably see it, and I don't. I know I had it. It cannot be far. Well, I may just have to use one that isn't so pretty, and that's okay. We're gonna just feed this through. Oh, it's right in front of me. It's so clear that I didn't even see it. No worries. It's not gonna affect what I'm die cutting. All right, so we have these beautiful pieces in the white, basic white paper with smidges of, you can see now, the smidges of the soft sea foam on there. So we're gonna save those and put those aside. And now we're gonna grab the vellum and we're gonna do the same thing. And we will have to cut that down as well. So I'll grab my paper trimmer and I'm gonna cut that down to 3.25. You can keep all these layers because, well, there's not much left of that one. You can use them for punching other things and all that good stuff. All right, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna add the vellum here, our flower petals. Let's make sure they're all on the vellum. Run those through. Snap, crackle, pop, just like Rice Krispies. Yes, I agree. Beautiful card that I happened to come across while doing some cleaning, going through some stuff. There's a lot more to do, but baby steps, because I don't want to get overwhelmed with everything all at once. All right, so we have all of our floral images that I want. just going to pull this in here, add these back to my magnetic sheet. So I think I'm done with that. And with this, I also will need a few stems. There's that. All right, I probably should keep these close by because I'm going to need them again. All right, so I'm going to stamp directly on my card base that I keep covering. And it's going to be up here in this corner because a floral image, I actually should do it this way. So that gives me more room to build my flower. So I'm going to stamp my sentiment right up here. And if I make an oops, it gives me the opportunity to cover it with a tag. All right, that doesn't look very clean, so I'm just going to clean it off before I use it. I just need a block. Excuse my reach. Grab my stamp, what is it called? Oh yeah, there's a lot of ink residue on there. Not my chamois, but my Stampin' Scrub needs to be cleaned. So I need to take that apart and clean the, because that's what I cleaned that with the last time. We're just gonna stamp off on something to get that water residue out of there. I don't want to lose these. Okay, now sentiment right here. We want it in, I almost think I should do that little pesky piece of red. Pretty Peacock versus Lost Lagoon. But I'm going to go with it. We're going to do Lost Lagoon. I think it'll still show up really nice on this stamp, or on this card. So we've got this. Perfect. So we're done with our inks. So I'm just going to put those away real quick. And I'll go ahead and clean my stamp since I have my chamois right handy. And put my stamp away. So that will be all done. So as I was saying, my stepsister Belinda had passed when I was 18 years old. And Lisa is her oldest daughter, and I can't wait to see her today, so I hope that it all works out as she heads back to Rochester. So I'm going to take another sip of my coffee. All right, now we have some building to do, so I think I need... The fact that I can find things really means I've accomplished a little bit in my craft room. Just saying. I want to build this on here. So what I'm going to do... Good morning, Tamara. Your beautiful thing that you posted touched my heart today. Thank you. I needed it. I needed it. I needed it. So I added a little bit of ink here because I don't want this to move. And we are just going to layer till our heart's content. And it's going, well, you got to have, you have to have some adhesive there, right? Glue dots would be great. I'm just going to keep placing with Tombow, and eventually all that Tombow will be covered. Why not toss in a piece of vellum right there? Catch some of that adhesive. And then we've got the other big piece of vellum, and we'll add some more to the center. I'm just winging it, friends. So if you find inspiration from this, yay. All right, and maybe I need to do, I think I'm just gonna curl the whole thing after it dries. All right, I think with these, I'm just gonna interchange a few pieces. And I think, yep, there's a little thing that I can cut out, and I will do that in Petal Pink. It's different than the center of that. I don't know, maybe I'll do it differently. Okay, we're gonna add this one here. And I'm gonna do another piece of white to cover up that that glue, goodness gracious. I want to keep all these layers showing. So let's put that aside for now. We're going to do another die cut. I have one piece of vellum left, but maybe we'll do something with that later. I want to, it doesn't look very pretty here compared to here, but it's a lot of layers and we'll bring it to life, no worries. We've got some petals and I'm going to use the other punch that goes with the stamp set that I'm using. And we can cut these out. And I think we'll cut this out. Maybe I'll just do that right with, maybe I will use a piece of, let's see what we got. I think there's some scrap in here I can pull out that is, let me find my sheets of cut aparts or ephemera backgrounds. No, nothing that has just soft sea foam. So let me grab a scrap of soft sea foam. Sorry, thought I was completely organized this morning. Especially for not really knowing what colors I was going to do. All right, we got a scrap of that. That will go in the center. We'll keep it all the same tone. Hey Maggie, I sent out your package, so I hope you receive it in time for making a few more Christmas cards. All right, so we got a couple pieces of stuff we need to die cut. So we're gonna kind of save on time here. We got 3 and 2. We've got our piece we're gonna die cut that center out of. And we need scraps of peacock. Let's see if there's a tiny scrap that I can put some leaves on. They're right here. I know I need to find my magnetic plate, but I think it's honestly filled with other stuff. And do you all know those magnetic bowls and stuff like that, or your magnetic sheets, that the magnet in, oh, you're welcome. The magnet within, no, okay. Rewind. The magnetic sheets or the bowl that you can put your dies in or anything magnetic around your electronic devices can mess up your electronic devices. So I try to keep those things away from my iPad, my phone, and all that stuff because I don't want to cause a problem with all of my electronic devices. Because when you're in the crafting world and you want to be present online, it would really cause a problem if I didn't have the functionality to do so. So be careful where you're placing all those things. I didn't know if everybody knew that, just a helpful tip for all of you. So anything I'm die cutting, I'm going to put over here and we'll add this. Oh, I think that's going to be perfect for the center if I can get it off there without ruining my nails. It's going to go right in the center of that flower, I think. So we'll add this back to our magnetic sheet so I don't lose it. And then we're going to go ahead. I need some other colors. So I need Lost Lagoon. I need more. I want to do more of the, no, I don't need this one. And then we'll have to find a stem, which I believe there's stems in this set as well. So that won't be difficult. There's just a lot of fine tuning of, not fine tuning, fine details of creating this, but I think it's going to be so worth it. And I hope the person that receives it is going to be super happy with what they receive. Who isn't happy with a handmade card, right? I actually have got so many Christmas cards done doing Kevin Thiessen's challenge, which was very exciting. I did not finish. I did not do day 30, but someone applauded me and said day 30 was your birthday on December 1st when I did all those birthday cards. So I guess my thought is happy birthday to me, happy birthday to everyone who has a December birthday, and happy birthday Jesus, and all of that for, obviously, it's Christmas season. So that's that. That's where I'm going with that. So I actually did do what I set out to do. I just didn't post pictures of day 30. So I was very happy that person reminded me that, yeah, you did. And she'll see this over on YouTube, so she's one of my friends I craft with at Hopewell, Sue, and she's so creative. She makes the most amazing albums and junk journals from just so many different things, recycled things. So I can't wait to share a class that I have in my head. I'm going to start working on that. And once I get my butterfly set, I'll be having that ready to go to announce January 3rd, I believe, is my goal. And they're all online, pre-recorded videos, unless I decide to do a live. Again, I lost that top plate. All right, we're gonna do a few more of this color, and then we'll punch out some of that coordinate with Rachel's set. Okay, maybe I should do she's got some other, there's other colors here, but I'm going to stick to this color palette. I was going to incorporate colors from that, or paper from that paper pack that I shared with you, but actually I am. This paper is from that. I cut a piece, and I'm using the reverse side for Lost Lagoon because it has different shading. I guess I'm not paying attention to myself, am I? Just grabbing stuff and die cutting. All right, so we have those. I think that's plenty for this. So we will set our mini boss aside. Put these back where they go. Only took me how long to put things back where they belong? I know, right? Now if I can get everything in its place, it will go great. Another sip of coffee. All right, thank you everyone for joining me live and catching the replay. You guys are awesome. All right, let's get some stems. Boy, my favorite stem. Actually, let's do this punch first. Let's grab, and why can't we use some of this vellum, right? You can slide one of these in, add a vellum piece. Vellum does so much for adding texture and softness to a card. So we're going to cut one of those. And I think that's all I can get from that, and that's okay. And then we'll cut one, hopefully, from our piece of white, maybe? No, we'll let that go. We're going to stick with those other colors. Let's find a stem. We need a stem. And I believe there's stems in here. Subtle, but we're going to use it. I could find the stamp and stamp that and use that as part of the decor, but I'm just going to cut this and several times. It's not probably long enough that I want, but I'm going to use one of my favorite new colors, and that is pecan pie. And it's not just because I love pecan pie. If anyone knows of a bigger, well, no, let's stick with the same product. We're good. I should put this on an adhesive sheet. I'm trying to be conscious of my foot because I've been crafting more, and I've noticed that my little foot is starting to hurt with my plantar fasciitis. So we don't want to play games with that because it's back to the gym for me this week. I need to get my hind end at the gym so that I'm not feeling so bad about myself lately. When you love something so much and you can't get to do it, or I shouldn't say can't, I've put it off. But even with my injuries this past year, with my foot and my back and other things that kind of played a toll on me recently, I'm just going to use that much. So we're just going to trim this with my adhesive scissors, which are these here, and I'll be good to go. There's that, and I'll just cut right down that seam like so. What was I saying? Yeah, it kind of took me away from the gym, and then it's hard to get back into a routine. But when you're so passionate about something and want to do all this stuff, it's just like, hey, Judy. Nope. Oh, Judy. And Judy, welcome. I see people popping on that aren't saying things, and then I got distracted, and there's two Judys at once, so thank you for being here. So I need to get back, and I don't know where I was going with this, but it's very hard when you miss doing stuff because you get angry with yourself. Oh, that's a really tiny stem. I'm not sure that's gonna work for me. I think that's too small. Oh, way too small. All right, let's come up with a different plan. Maybe we'll just cut our own and go with it. Or maybe we'll just avoid the stems altogether and build the flower around all the leaves. We'll improvise. Okay, save this because it's got adhesive on the back. All right, so now that I have all this glue kind of oozing, this little guy needs to go in the center. And I think there's still glue showing, but that's okay. All right, let's grab our card front, or our card. And I'm going to peel this off, hopefully. Perfect. It did kind of pull my paper. That's different. I'm not going to, well, do I want to curl it? I think what I want to do is just kind of make it bow out some. Oh, I think it needs more white under there. I have white or vellum left. Vellum. I think it'll be okay because we'll pop leaves under it. Yeah, we're good. All right, I am going to, I was going to pop that off like I could pop it off with, you know what I'm saying? Like a top to a blends. All right, we're going to set that there. We're going to let that dry. There obviously is some cleanup I need to do with adhesive, but that's okay. How beautiful is that? It's kind of tone on tone, but we're going to give it some love here. Let's grab some of this Designer Series paper that I cut. It's the back side of this sheet. And we are going to, I kind of want the bigger leaves to kind of use around all of that. And I might add some color or just leave it as is. Like I said, I'm trying to mimic the, mimic the design without adding too much. Let's find a piece that's gonna, man, I can't believe those got retired, but that's okay. I'll still use them. I don't know what this was about, but we're gonna cut this out. And maybe one more. And we'll see what we can do. All right, a lot of pieces, a lot of love. That is still sticky. That's okay. Maybe we'll do something else with that. All right, so I'm gonna tuck these in. That'll look nice there. Just kind of play around. Tuck that in. Now this has a white core, remember that. The Designer Series paper has white core. And we can, I don't think we need stems. Look at that. We're going to find ways to add all this prettiness to the front of our card. And then I will do some the adhering. This. I'm not really sure how the leaves are supposed to show. I think the petals are supposed to go differently. Like this. So once I have this all the way I want it, I'll add my adhesive. What you thinking? Is it nice? Are you liking it? I really want those two colors there. can kind of mix and match. And I'll add this one here. You can never have too many embellishments or die cut pieces. This is like totally more than I normally do for a card. We'll add the vellum piece right here, maybe, or maybe not at all. Oh, that looks good there. I don't want to go too super crazy. But maybe if I add this here, I think we'll be good. I like that. Now, can I get it the same way? Of course. Do I want to keep building? Yes, I do, because it's so beautiful. I want to use all of this like that. Close? Why not? All right, we'll set these aside. Now, take your glue dots and grab them. Okay, we're just going to brace ourselves here. This is going to get tucked in here. You can lift it and tuck. Lift and tuck. And next, so we got those. I'll grab these two, and then we'll do our other leaves. And it's okay that they not like completely adhered the entire way, because it will give it some, well, that one's got to go a little bit further down, or there we go. We obviously don't want it to go further than the card itself. So you might have to, okay, there's that. Grab this. This is going to get some Tombow. There's that. Oh, that was already stuck in there with the other glue. It's okay. This is going to get a glue dot on this big leaf. So we'll have to tuck that further enough in, far enough in to, not do that. It's okay. We'll set that aside and try again. There. Just be gentle with the vellum. Okay. Now, I'm going to just kind of zhuzh that over a little to cover up that mishap. Okay. All right. This, I don't know where this was. Let's grab some Tombow. And we're going to just kind of tuck things in. I like the variation of colors here. I don't think I need this anymore. Kind of tuck that there. Okay, that already stuck together. So I'll tuck that back in. One more. Need something right there. How about we trim it? Thank you. It's so amazing when you can find inspiration from other things. Yeah, I guess maybe I'll just leave it. It's okay, right? Yes, there's that pesky squirrel. Every time I'm crafting squirrel. All right, so we have that. Let's see what we can do to do something right here. Now we have all these gems. Now this is not dressed up, not embellished, but I'm going to add some embellishments. Later on, I'll come in and clean some of that glue off that is still drying. I really want to add some embellishments to some of the leaves. So I'll take 3 of the small ones and add it to the Yep, the same tone. Oh, I didn't adhere that down, did I? Well, looky there, and I didn't adhere that one down. That'd have been a surprise for the recipient. All right, we're gonna add this and pop this Lost Lagoon right there. And then this one. And you're gonna have to let this sit and dry, obviously. Tuck that under. There we go. Now I think it's all there. And I think, honestly, I want to add a gem right there. So now I have uneven, so I'm going to take another small one because I like odd numbers of gems on my card. And then we are going to, we could add a ribbon. I don't know if I really want to. Let's tie just a knot. And maybe we can add that right here to kind of fill in that gap. I don't know. I think I like it just the way it is. I mean, the ribbon would be beautiful if we added a knot right there, but I don't want to cover that gem. No, I'm going to leave it. I think I'm happy with it. So there's my rendition of a non-store-bought card. And I'm so blessed to be able to share this. Thank you, Stacy, Kenny, and Ethan and Nathan for thinking of Brett in his time when he was sick, and all of us. And no need to apologize for a store-bought card, because there's so much inspiration that crafters and artists alike, any type of art that you do, painters, whatever, can find inspiration from. So I'm super excited that I got that done, and I can put that in a very, I am not going to add the piece of white to the inside yet. I'll put it here because sometimes my handwriting is rushed, and I want to make sure this person can read my handwriting. My Christmas cards, woo, rushing through those. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. I hope you find inspiration. And of course, I love the fact that we have so many different products that we can use, but use what's in your stash. Don't feel stressed about, let's flip the camera. Don't feel stressed about using an abundance of stuff or feeling like you need to buy so many extra supplies. Yes, it's nice because you see it and you want it. Sometimes we can't get our hands on stuff because we give it all the love and then it's unavailable. So don't be afraid to use what you have, even if it's retired stuff. Yes, I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Yes, I like to get sales outside of supporting my own hobby. But really, it's about finding creativity within the realm of what you have. I just hope that you guys find inspiration from this and try to replicate in some way, shape, or form, even if it's not as detailed and as many layers as what I just created. This is totally not my normal anymore, but I just fell in love with the card, and I fell in love with the fact that I get to celebrate someone's birthday sharing this beautiful card with them. So, all right, everyone, I have to make sure I didn't miss Lisa's contact with me. I'm going to go hopefully get in touch with her. I need to pick up some creamer because I'm almost out, and do some food prep for tomorrow and the week. And yeah, that's my day. And I'm going to hang out at home. I might snag the kids, Aaliyah and Dalton, if they don't have plans today, and go back to that Highland farm, the Highland Tree Farm, because those cows are just like melt my heart. So if you didn't see them, I'll share a picture here because I love them. Hey, Patty, can I, what do you like to go by? Pat? Patricia? It always seems so formal, and I want to address people the way they like to be addressed, but I'm so glad you're here. It's nice to see fellow Prattsburgh people, even though you're not in Prattsburgh now. Hop on here. It just brings back a lot of memories. So good to see you. Happy holidays to you and everyone watching. I'm going to post this video to YouTube later, and on Tuesday, I'm coming to you on YouTube back with my Creativity Made Easy, and we're going to use that awesome paper pumpkin kit that has those adorable stockings. I'm so inspired by Rachel Tessman and her creations and so many others, and if you're interested, you can hop over to Paper Pumpkin Fan Club on Facebook, and you can become a member. There might be a few questions that you have to answer, but there's so many ideas and inspiration that people share with alternate projects and just the kit itself. So hop on over there and give that some love. There's a lot of people there, and I need to go visit it myself. So that I can create some alternates with that as well. So I'll see you Tuesday evening, no nail appointment, for Creativity Made Easy over on YouTube. And you can find me there, Mary Jo Snyder. You could search my name, MJ Shady Inkers. Still in the realm of recreating my branding, but we'll get there. So, all right, I'll see you again soon. Mini Stampin' Blessings. Enjoy your Sunday.